Fellow sweepers, welcome to my Barrier Statue of the Drought Turbo Stun Anti-Meta Combo Earth deck profile. Long gone are the days of summoning a Barrier Statue, set 4 and pass. Long gone are the days of losing to a coin flip. Who says a stun deck cannot make links, synchros, xyz or even pendulum summons? Not me. Is this deck good? Not really. Is this the stupidest and most interesting way to play Barrier Statues? I'd like to think so. This is my very first and probably last Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. My contribution to the world of jank Yu-Gi-Oh. Feel free to roast the deck in the comments. Backseating is highly encouraged. Okay, let's build this deck already. Okay, so the first thing we'll need in this deck are 3 copies of my favorite card and the heart of the deck, Barrier Statue of the Drought. A mere 1000 attack and defense, but a very strong effect. Neither player can special summon monsters except Earth monsters. Spoiler, we played 38 monsters and all of them are Earth, so yeah. Then we'll need a way to get this bad boy onto the field. For that, we're going to use the Adamanticators. 3 researchers, 3 analyzers and 3 seekers. These are easy to summon monsters that excavate the top 5 cards of your deck and let you special summon one level 4 or lower rock monster from those 5 cards. What else can we summon with Adamanticators? Oh god. This is when it's going to be clear that I'm bad at Yu-Gi-Oh! We are playing 3 Doki Doki, which is perfectly fine, but then we are on 1 Block Golem, 1 Sentry Soldier of Stone, 1 Kokimeru Guardian, 1 Kokimeru Supplier, 1 Revival Golem, 1 Tackle Crusader, and oh boy, 1 performable card Gardener. Yeah, this card is rock apparently. The reason for these ratios is very simple. I like variety and I like what all these cards do for the deck. I don't have to explain Doki Doki, it's very good for getting to the Barrier Statue or any other Adamanticator. Then you'll have a Block Golem, of which you can always use the effect because you will have only Earth monsters in your graveyard. It does negate activated effects, but remember, Barrier Statue doesn't need to activate anything to devastate your opponent. Moving on. Sentry Soldier of Stone is good for the first stages of Link climbing, by using it and any non-rock monster to summon Geonator Transverser, and then since she's a rock, you can bring back the Sentry Soldier of Stone to keep linking. The Kokimerus are good for rank 4s, as well as keeping some cards in your hand for an eventual Saruya. Revival Golem and Tackle Crusader are great targets for a certain card we're about to talk about, and finally this funny card, performable card Gardener. One of the main downsides of playing Barrier Statues is that they're very easy to kill by battle. Thanks to Gardener, it's very common for your Barrier Statue to get to ridiculous levels of defense, making it effectively unkillable by battle. I said we only played 1 copy of this, but in reality we basically played the second one in the form of the Searcher Monkey Board, with the added benefit of being able to pendulum summon any level 7 we have in hand, and we play coincidentally 7 level 7 monsters. Also Monkey Board is the ultimate Ash Baiter. Then we'll throw in a copy of Madolce... Oh god, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Oh, I know, I'll pronounce the Italian name for her. Magidolce Puddingcipe Sorellina. Yeah, that was not easier. Anyway, we play her because she's the only good level 4 Earth extender, and finally a small Vernusylph engine composed of 3 Vernusylph of the Misty Seedlings and 3 Vernusylph of the Awakening Forest. Both of them discard themselves and another monster to special summon an Earth monster from the grave, and then they have a secondary effect. Misting Seedlings lets you add a fairy Earth monster from deck to hand, which will be either Awakening Forest or the absolute stupidest card I have ever played, Couple of Aces. You'll see why I play this in a moment. Awakened Forest secondary effect is very good because you can either send a revival golem to the graveyard, making it trigger and special summon itself, or if you're going second, you'll maybe need to send Tackle Crusader to the graveyard and choose one of its effects. Lastly, for our monster lineup, we have 3 copies of Dino Wrestler Pancratops, a very strong card going second. Also, you can drop this going first with any Burnish Sylph, or if you happen to draw Monkey Board. 1 Kashira Fenrir, which is the strongest earth monster in the game. And finally, 3 copies of Gizmek Yuka, the festive fox of fecundity. This card reads: if a monster is special summoned from the main deck, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. This is so easy to do in this deck. We have 14 different cards that special summon from the main deck. Also, it has a second effect, where if it's special summoned, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, and special summon 1 monster from your hand or deck whose attack equals its own defense with the same attribute as that monster. If you haven't figured out the dumb idea I got, if you are going first and have both Gizmek and the Misting Seedlings, you can discard the Misting Seedlings and another monster to special summon it and search for a couple of aces. You then activate couple of aces. If you hit heads, you special summon couple of aces to your side of the field and draw 2, causing your opponent to immediately rage quit. If you instead hit tails, you special summon couple of aces to your opponent's side of the field, they draw 2, and then you can trigger the second effect of Gizmek Yuka and bring out, going first from the deck, the barrier statue itself. This is so dumb, I love it. Okay, 2 cards left, you might have already guessed this. We are playing 2 copies of Sekka's Light, which is insane, basically better than Pot of Greed on this deck. As for the extra, we are on 1 copy of Herald of the Arclight, 1 Merry Melfist for going second, Nat Beast and Nat Barkion, a Hyper Psychic Riser to protect our barrier statue, a Raptite and a Dragite in case we don't use any Burnish Sylph cards, Gagaga Cowboy for the last bit of burn deck you sometimes need. This card I threw in but never used, maybe you can suggest something better. Baguska, because this deck was not toxic enough as it was. Gallant Granite, of course. Geoniter Transverser to protect our barrier statue from targeting removal or from infinite impermanence. Also, we play Raten the Heavenly General. He's pretty good in the grind game, letting you pop a card each battle phase. G-Golem Invalid Dolmen is perfect with barrier statue because it protects it from battle. And lastly, 1 Saryuya for the emergency reset. I have to thank Zuczid's Cursed Tech series for inspiring me to make this hideous deck profile. I love his channel and I link you his last video in the description because it's beautiful and he deserves much success. So yeah, go subscribe to him because I'm not doing any more yugituber videos. Hopefully you enjoyed, bye!